Hi guys. Welcome to another episode of the Jak and Daxter series. Today I want to tell you my opinion about the first game, Jak and Daxter, and see how it holds up today. I know. Many people reviewed this game a long time ago, but I wanted to talk about this game in 2021 and about the PS4 and the PS5 releases, and maybe compare them. What is Jak and Daxter? Jak and Daxter is an open-world platformer game developed by Naughty Dog for the PlayStation 2 in 2001. It's been almost 20 years after the first release of the first game. How does it still hold up? Well, let's first talk about a story. So in a village far away named Sandover Village, a wise man named Samos tried to discover the mystery behind the precursors. Who were they? Why did they vanish? Jak was also wondering this, so he decided to go to Misty Island, an island full of dark creatures named lurkers. Samos, however, told them not to go there because it's very dangerous, but they went there anyway. When they arrived, they saw a big army of lurkers and two entities talking about attacking the village and an evil plan. They back up, but before that a lurker observes them and goes after them. Later, Jak and Daxter arrived at a mysterious dark eco pool. Eco is a very powerful energy which comes in 6 forms. Dark Eco, which is the most dangerous and nobody can't understand it. Light Eco, which is also very powerful and very important. Yellow Eco, which in this game you can use to shoot fireballs. Green Eco, which can maintain you healthy. Blue Eco, which makes you faster and also opens ancient precursor doors or activate different platforms. And last but not least, Red Eco, which just gives you more strength and helps you kill enemies faster. So Jak and Daxter found the dark eco pool and an ancient precursor thing. Daxter passes it to Jak and tells how Samos was always wondering how the precursors made the world. Jak somehow activates that precursor thing, but then a lurker comes out of nowhere and attacks them. Jak throws the precursor thing into the lurker, making him explode, and makes Daxter fall into the dark eco pool. After that, he pops out like an Otzel, a very weird creature if you ask me. The next day they go to Samos to ask him for help, but he couldn't help because he didn't know how to master Dark Eco, and he sent them to look for Galakron, the sage. A sage is a powerful person, and this is based on what eco energy you can master. Samos is a green sage because he knows how to master and channel green eco. Galakron is more like a dark eco sage because he is supposed to know something about dark eco, and he could help Daxter turn back to his normal human form. But he lives far to the north. Far to the north. Unfortunately, Samos couldn't teleport them there by using the warp gate, because the other sages didn't turn them on. The other way, however, to get there was to pass by the fire canyon, which was hot enough to burn precursor metal. Fortunately, Kira shows up with her project, a zoomer that could fly over the fire canyon, but for that you will need to collect power cells in order to use it. And that's all you have to do in this game. You go to different villagers doing tasks or trading orbs, and in exchange, they give you a power cell. Later on you travel to the blue sage's hut, but he vanished. Also, Jak discovered that a giant lurker was attacking the village. His way to defeat that monster was blocked by a huge fireball, and he needed more power cells to lift up that ball and get to that monster. After he defeats the monster, he goes to a volcanic crater at the red sage's lab, but he vanished too. Something strange happens then. Gal with his sister, Maya, apparent and told Samos that they kidnapped the sages. Daxter then discovers that Gal wants to kill them, and he is the guy who is supposed to change Daxter back. In order to fight Gal and Maya, they have to pass the lava tube where they have to collect power cells again and free the sages. When they arrive at the yellow sage's lab, Kira tells Jak that Samos has been kidnapped too. Jak and Daxter goes through the citadel and save the day. You see, when they entered the citadel and met Samos, a giant robot was standing in the middle of the citadel guarded by a giant shield. The sages had to be saved in order to destroy the shield who was guarding the robot, but after Jak freed all the sages it was too late. Gal and Maya took the robot and went to a massive silo which was full of dark eco. They wanted to open it to flood the world with dark eco. Jak goes to the silo and destroys the robot using light eco, which also was the stuff to change Daxter back, but he decided to save the world instead. After all these adventures, a big gate was discovered, and if you collected all 101 power souls you can open it. In the first game, however, you don't really know what is there, but we will discover in next video, where we will talk about Jak 2. Okay, so this was the story. What about the gameplay? This game in 2021 still feels great. I completed it so many times I don't even remember. Brings back so many memories, especially from that underwater part of the game, which is amazing. Also, this game doesn't have any loading screens. Exactly. Not a single loading screen, making this game one of the first ever open world games for the PlayStation 2. Another thing that impresses me is the exploring. It's just incredible. You can explore a jungle, villages, an underwater city, a snowy mountain, a volcanic crater, a cave, a swamp, a beach, even an island, and you have so much to do in every place. And you don't even see one loading screen, which is definitely cool for the day the game was launched. Visually, of course it doesn't have that cool lighting and textures, but still feels so great even with the HDR support on PS4 and PS5. The game is so colorful and relaxing. The music is memorable and it's so satisfying to play this game. Jak controls great as well. You can jump, spin, punch, double jump and more. This is mostly a basic moveset, but it's still satisfying to play. A problem that I had was with Daxter's mouth, which had an exaggerated animation, but it's still okay. The game feels and plays great even in 2021. On the PS4 version with HDR the game looks great. Unfortunately though, the frame rate sometimes drops, but that is very rare, especially on the PS4 Pro where you can mostly play at that smooth 60 FPS at 4K, if I'm not wrong, or at least 1080p. On the PS5 however, it's the best experience. So the gameplay is amazing, the graphics are still colorful and beautiful, and on the PS5 you experience 4K at 120 or 60 FPS without problems and HDR support. Just imagine how cool is that? How the experience feels. There are still a lot of people who still play Jak and Daxter, and the game, even though it's almost 20 years ago, still holds up very well today. People are still making reviews and videos about it and are still enjoying the game. I personally love exploring, going to a place and then discovering a secret or something. It's a nice feeling. So this is it for the Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy. There wasn't so much to talk about here. Oh, a thing that I forgot to mention is that a fan-made remake of this game is in progress. I will leave a link in the description if you are interested. Feel free to leave your opinion in the comments. Have a nice day.